that down a little. Alright, so... I know I'm a little early today. I've been wanting to play this. Oh shit, I'm fucking up my headphones. Anyway, I really like this. I really like this game so far, and I want to get into it now. So I'm not waiting. I'm not gonna wait until it reaches 12. It was this one. Alright. Oh, yeah, did you hear the announcement just now?
Indeed.
Yes. I don't want to go, but we don't have any other choice, right?
Right.
Can't imagine it's gonna be good news, but it's not a good idea to fight me
Goodbye.
now, so I'm gonna go ahead. I really can't do anything except what Monokuma tells me. Let me make sure. Okay. Let me scoot it a little.
Yo.
Hey man, you're about to head in? Yeah, has everyone already gone ahead? Looks that way. I don't like it, but not okay. Are you sure you're okay? You kind of went all out in that sauna.
What?
Huh? Who went all out? That shit doesn't even faze me.
Yo.
But you know, there's at the edge of hell. A promise between men was waiting for me. Never saw it coming.
Yo.
Here, let's get our asses in the gym. Unique must have happened. I don't like this. Hey, Fumi, how can you get in?
Why is that?
Don't scare me like that. Sorry, but we should go inside. No, don't go. You can't go. That's what my ghost friend is telling. I don't feel good about it either, but we can't just ignore this. Damn, that's true too. I guess we have no choice. Alright. Asking us to gather together all of a sudden like this, what could he possibly want?
Well.
Indeed, what might await us this time? He keeps things interesting, that's for certain. Is that funny? Can't you smile like a normal person once in a while? Like how the housewife on a what the fuck? Classic TV smiles at the end of it. There's something totally messed up with you if you can't laugh at that time like this. Which of us is actually messed up,
Huh?
Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Nothing in particular, just admiring, that's all. I don't want to kill anybody, but I also don't want to stay here living in blind denial day after day. I was just admiring how you can live like that and still keep your sanity.
What is this?
I'm not in denial. That reminds me, remember how you kept talking about how the police or whoever would come help us? How'd that turn out? It seemed to me there's no sign of whatsoever of possible rescue.
Well...
That's just... Sorry I keep on checking to see if I'm still recording / streaming. I'm just... have a lot of experiences of that happening. And not picking it up for like a minute or two so after.
Huh?
I wonder what actually happened.
Certainly.
Strange, that's true. There's no way the police wouldn't know about it. We might right in the middle of a major urban area.
What?
The police suck! On the contrary, the mastermind may be just that powerful to take control even of the police.
Could it be?
Oh, this might all be related, but... Then don't say it. No, I'm gonna say it.
It's not like
It's
some
about last
occult
night.
mystery.
I was near the main hall, just staring off into space, when all of a sudden, I heard it.
Huh?
You heard what? A sound that I don't really know what it was. What kind of sound? Well, like I said, I don't really know, but if I had to describe it, it was like a construction site, I guess? A construction site?
For serious?
I mean, I could just be making that up. I only just barely heard anything. Then you definitely made it up. Must have been the sound of the ocean in that head of yours. Say what? What you talking about, Toko? Okay. He's arrived. What Hiro heard wasn't the sound of construction, but it could have been an explosion! Huh? Or maybe a machine gun! That can kind of sound like a construction in a way. What are you talking about?
What?
Aha, beyond this point, my mouth is zipped. My lips are sealed. I am fully puckered. It's a secret little secret.
And?
Fine, let's move on to what you can tell us. Why did you call us out here?
Say what?
Don't beat around the old bush, do you? Ready for me to get to the point, huh?
You
But for that, you mind if I vent a little? I'm low on energy these days. My stitching's even losing all its shine and luster. I'm thinking it's probably become of this ho-hum, boring old day, everyday life. I'm looking for something with a little more stimulation. Something rife with danger and intrigue.
Yep.
Listen, can I just be frank?
Today,
The next
I'm
Blackened
feeling
hasn't shown up yet, and I'm getting bored.
Hey.
Sometimes I come up with a new way to motivate you. No! Not another way! Motive? Is that another set of videos or something? Are you gonna show us a invented thing to try and drive us all to murder? Drive you to murder? What a mean thing to say. Just off?
You hear me?
I don't know what you got planned, but we're not gonna kill each other anymore.
Got it!
No matter what you do, I swear to God we won't. That's very big talk. Do your very best as to back it up, okay? Now then, with your permission, let me begin. So this time it's... embarrassing memories and secrets. As long as you're alive, it's a given that there's things you don't want other people to know about you. So I did a little investigation on my own, and I dug up some of your darkest secrets.
And those embarrassing memories and secrets are all contained in the envelopes I have right here. I'm going to hand them out now, so take a second to take a peek.
There's 8. There's 12 of us. Tossed envelopes that I quickly snatched the envelope. I ain't even right on it. Oh, probably they didn't have what was inside, and my entire body started to widget. Makoto wet the bed until he was in 5th grade. Is that the worst? Is that the worst Monokuma could do? What? How? How'd you find out about this? Everyone started talking at once. You have 24 hours. If someone doesn't become blackened by then, all of your deepest, darkest, most embarrassing secrets will be exposed to the world. Maybe I'll roll to a crowded intersection and van, strap with loudspeakers, and spill the beans. God, wouldn't that be so embarrassing? So that's what you meant by motive. Yep, you got it. They're all pretty unpleasant, trust me. None of you want me to reveal that stuff, right? It's definitely something I'd rather people not know, but we never kill over something like that.
What?
What'd you say?
Count on it!
He's right, your plan is doomed to fail. No one's gonna murder someone for this kind of thing.
This is
Oh
kind of
no. Is it because, for better or worse, your memory is still a way to connect to the outside world? I have stuff I wouldn't want anyone to know, no matter what, so I assumed you all be the same. Which is why I put so much effort into preparing this next motive. Man, you're saying you won't kill each other over this stuff? That just sucks! But what can you do? Okay then, in 24 hours, I'll expose all your secrets just to make myself feel a little better.
Okay.
So sad, so depressed. Fair, not well. What's coming to the...
So,
I don't know what to expect at first, but maybe we dodged a bullet on this one. I mean, yeah, having those secrets revealed is gonna be totally embarrassing, but that's seriously not enough to give someone a reason to kill, right?
Listen to me!
Good news, everyone, I have a brilliant idea.
You hear me?
Why don't we all just confess the secrets in those envelopes right here and now?
Without a
If
doubt.
we do that, any and all motive for murder will vanish. That's pretty smart, right?
Quiet down
Okay,
and
so my
listen.
embarrassing thing is... I don't want to hear your stupid story. What? Besides, I don't want to talk about it. I don't care what anybody says, I don't want to talk about mine.
as for me,
Neither do I. Not because it's unpleasant, but because it's impossible.
Oh?
Well, it's just human nature to want to hear it when you say it's impossible. Come on, it'd be good for you. Absolutely not.
Come on.
It's okay, just a little bit. Come on, come on, come on.
Honestly.
As I said,
Here we
come
go.
on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Shut the fuck up! I said I don't want to talk about it! You women of lard!
Say what?
I agree with them, there's no need to discuss it. What do you think, Chihiro?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
So,
You want to talk? You don't have to. I'm not super excited to talk about it either.
That's true.
Everyone's that much a guess. Even if my bro's the one that suggested it, I gotta say no. Well, that's okay then. Either way, if it's just a piece of secrets, I'm sure nobody's about to kill anybody over it. I hope you're right. A secret so bad you kill someone to keep it? Nobody's got something like that, right? Okay, I'll stop with all the secret talk, but
You hear me?
each of us has 24 hours to get ready. Having our secrets exposed isn't going to be fun, but it's not like we're gonna die because of it. So, you know, don't do anything tasty. The way you keep repeating, it kind of makes me worry even more. Oh, okay, sorry, I know it's gonna be tough, but...
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, soon the doors to the... Okay then.
Nighttime already, huh? Okay, let's call it a day.
Of course.
Good idea, we need to prepare for tomorrow. I left in anxiety I couldn't shake, but we left things as they were and left things as they lay. One by one, we head back to our rooms. Secrets or memories you don't want anyone to know about. Way to connect to the outside world. Honestly, all that crap Monokuma was spouting didn't have any effect on me. There's no way anyone would kill her or stuff like that, at least that's what I thought, but maybe I was just being optimistic. It's probably why we had too much of a struggle. Jeez, I'm more tired than usual. Super tired today. Let's sleep. What I didn't know is that even then, a tragedy was taking place. Oh no. I think I know which one. Is that a... Hey, do you have a second? I want to confide in you. It's about the prevailing world attitude right now. The difference between passive and active, I mean. For example, it's the difference between like, oops, I killed him, and yeah, that's right, I killed him. Amazingly, there's tons of people who don't understand the difference. Can you believe it? But there's a huge difference between oops and that's right. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can kill someone in the heat of the moment, but surprisingly few can do it with calculated intent. To make that choice, then put it into action. It's way harder than just letting your emotions lead you. It's all about preparation, resolve. So maybe you're wondering, what's the point I'm trying to make?
Well, I'm not totally sure myself. Maybe you should try reading between the lines.
Morning? Good morning.
Good morning!
What the fuck are you doing in my room? Oh, nice reaction. I'm glad to see you didn't disappoint. What are you doing here?
Yep.
I wanted to spice things up, so instead of a school announcement, I decided to wake you up in person! What the hell for? This is fun. And as long as I'm here, I figure I'd let you hear it right from the bear's mouth. Hear what? Are you sure you should be reacting this laid back? I mean, even though something happened to one of your buddy-buddy classmates? What?
Say what?
What? Your face is all blue like someone on the verge of death. What happened? What are you talking about? That's for me to know and you to find out. Good luck! No, it can't be. There's no way someone would... But what if? No, what ifs are pointless, especially now when... The dining hall. I need to get to the dining hall. What the fuck? Makoto! Are you okay?
Hey.
Did Monokuma talk to you too? Hiro, Hina, Sakura, and... Bayaka? You're the only ones here? Where's everyone else? Either they're already off trying to verify what Monokuma said, or they've fallen victim to the something that Monokuma mentioned. The something?
Perhaps.
It can't be. Has it happened again? Murder? After hearing what Monokuma said, the worst possibly feel it to every drive that thought away. So if something really did happen, does that mean someone did it because of what happened yesterday?
Huh?
It can't be. That stuff was just a bunch of old memories. Just old memories? Don't be sure about that. Clearly, someone felt it was more important than that. Judge someone else's value based on your own outlook. Do you realize how dangerous that is?
What the heck?
Why didn't you say something yesterday?
Naturally.
Do you already forget? This isn't a co-op game, it's every man for himself. What good does it do me to get out of my way to help you?
Just the worst.
Stop saying that out of the way. There's something wrong with him, for serious. Did he get brainwashed or something?
Wait.
That's not important. What matters now is that we need to find out what happened.
That's fine.
She's right. Let's all split up and begin looking. The game is afoot. That's one specific knife that's still missing, so I took over. Okay. I think I know. Maybe, I don't know. What's this? Is there doesn't appear to be anything here. What are you doing here, Saika? Did you find something? Oh, no. It's just that when you said the other day, it must have been lurking in the back of my mind. Huh?
Perhaps.
If something has happened, the killer might try to use this to destroy evidence again. I suppose that was fooling around my subconscious and it led me here.
Yo!
Hey, Makoto, honestly, what do you think? About what?
Serious?
About Baika. You think he's being brainwashed or what? I don't know. You know more about that kind of thing than me, right? What? What's that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, you're some kind of psychic, right?
Hey!
Listen, Makoto, I think you completely misunderstood what it is. I do. Okay, listen, fortune-telling is like...
Well?
It's totally different from brainwashing or hypnosis or any of that pseudo-scientific bullcrap. I need you to understand that. So you expect me to think fortune-telling isn't pseudoscience? Sorry, but I don't want to get yelled at. Ooh. What about, I don't think I ever checked, Classroom 2B. Did I? Huh? The door's open, but aren't they supposed to be locked?
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
Investigation?
It's all clear.
Just as I thought. Bayaka.
I see.
Judging from what he said, there can be no doubt a murder really has taken place. Come on. And the locker rooms. They're suspicious, very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Suspicious. Seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. He was muttering to something. The locker room. The door swung open without a sound. Oh no. Time seemed to freeze. Oh, it is. I will give you this hint. This is gonna be a how catch-up for me. I don't know how long it took for me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at, but as soon as I did... Wild, almost primeval scream escaped from my mouth. I tried to suppress my scream, but it was useless. It surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Bayaka, on the other hand.
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? It was totally calm, almost like we're watching this all unfold in light on top of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow, and something been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust? Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike that Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. This almost says that whoever did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you? What? I'm still really too confused to understand what he was trying to say. Why is my arm shaking? Shouldn't John Average's arm be shaking? Why is my arm shaking? Before I can even begin to clear my mind...
What the heck?
Hey, I heard screaming. Did something... Chihiro!
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What the hell was that?
What?
Oh, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly. The body discovery announcement, then Chihiro really is...
Naturally.
Dead, yes. Before you start screaming your head off, go around everyone else. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover a killer. Ducka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to scene, it felt as no time has passed. It was like my sense of time has just taken wing and flown away. Finally came back to myself. I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body.
Damn.
Damn, I couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim. Which means we are now in the same position once again. Fuck, man. What the fuck is this? It's a dream. This isn't a dream. This all has to be a dream. In fact, I haven't even been born yet. I don't even have a memory of ever being alive. Shut up. For now, pay attention to the wall, huh? I said, once again, there's already a word written on the wall. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So-
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. No shit. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust on the wall, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? Murderous fiend, yeah, I know. Genocide Jack? Genocide Jack. The murder scheme grisly attacks were famous all across the ultimate murdering scene, creating a reputation of normal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way! But going so far to write bloodlust at the scene, I'm surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer.
please!
What is it now? Toko! He knows burning the entrance to the girls. Toko's last to arrive, and now she's just standing there. No, what? What? Why? She fainted! That did not sound good! Toko! You know, rushed over and started shaking. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up!
Oh.
Oh, that's right. I just remember what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood.
Oh,
So he is hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically, she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulation prohibits sleeping, like, on purpose. So since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count. Gotcha.
just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up! If she heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. With such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight from the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortion she had to go through, her emotions were totally haphazard. Huh? What? Sorry about that, I was so shocked, you know. It happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko, are you okay? I'm fine. Yeah. Is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
What the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and back, a top, an inning, and a bottom, a sea of truth, and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see!
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
so,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me? If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? She told me, ignore me! Very well, you take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second, rushing to an investigate? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize...
Don't make me repeat
There's no
myself.
question that your hero was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course!
Right as rain. But don't take it as a bad thing, it's just a fact of life. Because that's just how graduation works. Then it happened again. Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed a fellow classmate? What, does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. What the fuck? Actually, I don't have any either, sorry.
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum. I would resent the
File!
I still can't get over the fucking name. I know how much you must have been looking forward to it.
See ya
So please do your very tip-top best on this investigation.
no way!
Okay, we really gotta do another investigation. Examining the corpse of one of our friends, having to suspect our other friends.
Why?
I hate this, I can't take it anymore. I hate it too! I've had enough, I'm getting out of here.
Hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such
Just accept it
ignorance.
already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about all this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? We don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What?
What, you want to die?
Such
Fine, then go off and die
ignorance.
somewhere. Right now. Go ahead. You're a total waste of space. A dead
Damn
body
you.
is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I beat the some into
Calm
you.
down,
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Bayeka said. Kyoko?
because
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Bayeka is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
that's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up. Forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Hey! Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people.
Huh?
What? I don't remember a rule like that.
Actually...
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right?
So then...
In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
Hey!
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle.
Yeah.
Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment
Very well,
is
for now, I
waiting
catch
for
you guys as at the class trial. Can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then 1 more person's life could still be in danger. Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up.
So,
Well, for now, Tuckin and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room. Nice, I'm gonna get dropped off.
there is nothing to be done.
I have enough time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation. Wait, if we don't solve the mystery of who killed Shiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. You don't have to. Was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death, 2 a.m. Discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor. Was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta... Hey, Makoto, you have a second? Huh? Do you need something?
Naturally.
Of course, life without purpose is quite dull, you know. So what do you need? I'm gonna let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation, so you're inviting me to come here. You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to stand around. I don't really know what I've done. It looks like... There's the murder weapon. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and there's a bloodstain. There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell. Said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
Right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Locker room dumbbell. The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. The word bloodlust? What's the meaning behind it? I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's.
Very strange.
Chihiro's. The more I look, the stranger it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but
What?
we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. What else? She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else, then carried here. She was very light, that's true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own, by her choice. What makes you say that? She's been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Should she really been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. Instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However...
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, specifically to mention she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she would also have to come by with someone else. It's a possibility. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember. She said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl. After all, most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. Chihiro's complex. I can't know what it might be. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Already?
What?
New clues will magically appear by standing around here. We can check everything else.
Let's
True,
go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up. I think I read that wrong. We need to check every aspect of this case. So pushy, I got caught up with the wrong person this time. So this is our next location. This place is related to the investigation. Figured it out for yourself. No fun if you did, right? There are a bunch of different pools, nothing to do with the case. What about... That's not even the scene of the crime, idiot. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
You have any issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly, sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call
You can
for me?
call for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question
You
for you.
need some?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this car reader.
Yep.
Yeah, the car readers are done. Blah, blah, blah. Enter the locker room, comes from gender, and... Okay. And then possible two people go in a row. Two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct? If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulation prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the locker rooms, and only boys can go in the boys. Shihiro's body being found in the girl means... Hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Shihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other
As
words...
such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
Such
Good lord,
ignorance.
you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been... It says borrowed, not stolen. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Yeah, I wouldn't expect nothing less from the pardon. You managed to stiff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead body can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on, you're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so...
Why?
So sleepy. Just listening to make me want to pass out. Be more like Bayaka and get your poop together. Or else I'm in charge. You have criminal negligence. Fuck. Negligence. No more questions, figure out the rest.
That's fine.
Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental faculty, so I'll fill you in myself. Head to the main hall. The main hall? That's to help you understand what's going on. Get him to the main hall. So what are we looking for? There's a mailbox, could be... Is that key handbook? No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Did you know these were here? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to their mailbox. And these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. When I did... You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. And now the end is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay close attention, man. Oh, even a dead person's? Yeah, now I can understand.
What?
Hold on a second, what's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbook wouldn't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? Showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the ones that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he get plummeted with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Plummeted with Oh, don't... The memory of it came flooding back. The cruel punishment would lead to Leon's death. Execution that the mastermind concocted, and a cruel, heartless death. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault. No, Monokuma said...
Damn it!
Wrong! Hey!
No!
Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it won't break, it won't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it won't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbooks does have one single weak point. Does?
I can't hear
But
you!
it's a secret! I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks!
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. Think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. This should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation. Ernest and track down the true culprit. Find out who killed Chihiro. Exact? Not quite. Huh? What do you mean by that? By to be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed?
Don't make me repeat
Absolutely, I
myself.
have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit. That murder scene is
What?
genocide. There's nothing else. Murder scene who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what name did the internet give this murder? Here's Genocide Jack. They say he killed thousands, but that's just gotta be an urban legend. So, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not rocking to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I have a basis to believe that. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will prove all the evidence you need.
It's all clear.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence does that. Hey, you two! Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to
We're
play
busy.
with
Leave
you.
us alone.
'Cause
But it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please. You gotta help me. This is a serious emergency. Please, please. You gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency. Emergency. What happened?
Well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she's acting strange earlier, right? What should we do?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat
Don't make me repeat
myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure you'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us!
Let's go.
Looks like she headed to the dorms. Toko's room, most likely. You're right. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened to the girls, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, but the noise she did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
Try talking to us ourselves. That's a good idea. May as well give it a shot. Slowly and silently. Holy crap. An aura negatively flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I got a little while ago. I drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust it out, but it felt like something was holding it shut out on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Bayaka? Think the sealer... Dexter meme. Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Is there anyone who might be able to persuade her? You. Hey, Baya, you think you can talk to her? Come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. You're gonna talk to her, Baya? Well, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Just in front of the door, not making a sound, press the doorbell. A few moments.
What do you want?
Leave me alone, you're all so annoying. Black... You...
It's Byakuya.
I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. Even Bayaka couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Look back. Hold on. Hey, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh yeah, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah, okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Bayaka, and I heard to catch up. Tried tucking rooms. But you don't know, okay. Walking towards his edge, finally his feet brought him in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat.
Don't make me say it again, okay. There are no clues there, we need to check someone else. What about... What about... What does a desk lamp matter right now? The laptop's missing. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking... There's no point in checking. What here? What about the archive? If I remember, on the other side of this door is the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
All makes sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files! And so much dust, too!
So, in other words...
I'd say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. The wooden box is empty. But oh, judging by the smudges on the dust, it looks like there was something inside. Wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord. If you pay attention, you're sure to... Okay. This shelf is stuffed tight. Wow, really? I picked one at random. You have a sharper need to select that file, huh?
That's right.
That's the report on the presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshair you might wind up in peeking at it.
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous. They tell all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. I mean, like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. You've already disappeared for it. Take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll let it go for now. It was done. If you're something, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos, all kinds of crime scenes. Kind of thing any normal person would ever want to look at. Be careful. Oh, what do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you expect to leak. Oh. Is it done? Oh, it's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Baika use in the library.
What?
You have any problem with that? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I put it to good. That reason is because of the room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such
That's your guys'
ignorance.
problem. Anything that doesn't fit in your personality, you label as a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not that. It's not like I totally refute to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone put all this together? I suppose it goes to show how much hope he could truly wield. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. No use. I can't keep all of it. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual? Normal? Ordinary? Simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? What makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine, I have no doubt. I have reviewed them multiple times. Hold on a second, you're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why... My family has a reading room like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as the domestic. How's that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all the levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Well, I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. Beyond believing or not believing, Bayaka is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. What always interests me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. One of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. Specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the most complete case file. Every single report surrounding Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. There are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. First characteristic, every crime containing the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. The throat. And the second, when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. Exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. The second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victims. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? I really want to know how Makoto Naegi figures out the real culprit isn't actually Genocide Jack.
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other
The culprit
words...
isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That's right, there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. That Genocide Jack really is such a brutal fiendish killer is walking around among us. And things are
Interesting.
really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of a little game. Now, don't you think it'd be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? Might just manage to fret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down to your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Cold cases. About the genocide case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you don't beg, but you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it here, but you can't take it with you. Of course. Hand me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. Where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Hold on. These were all with scissors! There was no end to it. Perfectly clear. Were killed and suspended exactly the same way. The word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find out another interesting tidbit. Next page. Profile. All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. Most common time for killings was on holidays in the afternoon. It could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never been come forward, it is unlikely there was any external reason for this. Confused behavior suggests the suspect may have potentially suffered from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words...
The key point here is the culprit may as well have been a split personality. Split personality, that kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it just isn't. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb.
Let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, bye, Ika. Well, this is the part I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden, like...
I don't have time.
Come on, enough of your arguments. Did you really think we would get it the whole time? Take responsibility and do something.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. At the same time, I uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Join me to he cut me off. In the end, I feel like some plaything getting tossed around. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Shihiro. That murderous fiend is the one of us. But who is it? I have to find out, no matter what. There's something... Or I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene. Check the boys. And the others might have come up with something and you find out everything I can. Discovered evidence revealing that
I feel
another
as if...
stat increase. Evidence will be but I guarantee I'll still kill his breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Wait, what? Miss Lunor said she witnessed something worthwhile. What did she see? She refused to tell me. It looks like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Or it's Celeste. Her house by the door. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What is it gonna be? Huh? This poster is a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? It's the bloodstained poster. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable, too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. The boys' locker, there's a popular boy band. And the girls, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the poster have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little bit more about the locker rooms. Dude, I real combo. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking,
However...
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? Well, what is it?
Well...
Nothing you need to worry about, just concentrate on the murder. But
So then...
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. Body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I have to do my. But I do have my limits. You better shot anyone. Let's see. Hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. Dobra is used to prop her up in some kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug? Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. The more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Fatal injury was the blow to a head, which means someone stuck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. First, I didn't think about it too much about either of them. After looking through the genocide jack, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Scissors. Status of dead body. Is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend. There's a certain place I need to visit. Plus, an outlook genocide capsule one more time. You spent a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right?
Of course.
Have you used near as okay. Ask you something. Do you think the poster in the boys' and girls' locker room could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid attention to the posters. I see.
However,
There's some things that's bothering me about the locker room. I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. Yeah, protein coffee? In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. The other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it's left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, it isn't unusually clean, as if there was never a stain there to begin with. There's a blood stain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murderer. Get John average. There's a strange thing. Wait, is it? Maybe you should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Oh, what am I checking here? I don't think there's anything. Nothing to do with the case. Stretch my arm out a little. I don't think there's anything in here. scoot in. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one I need to live a full life. For food, clothes, towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might distract you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find out something? Very well, I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What, really?
indeed.
Right before the nighttime.
Hmm? What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket in her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes,
I assume
indeed.
she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have ever happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anybody knowing. Strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. The killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Where... What about here? What about the bathhouse? Lockers. No. I don't know why I keep on going over here.
How on...
No, the door must be locked. Just think later. Hey, maybe there's some kind of. Guess it. No. The lamp. What? How the fuck do I go on the lamp? Oh, the lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. Lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach it. But last time I saw it definitely on it was definitely right here. Why? Because he's an extension cord. There's no extension cord here. I wonder. It was in there. This lamp. Sure there's dark over here. What do I have so far? Mono Kuma file. Still nothing. Wait a minute. Oh, pressing 1 is enough to bring up that menu. What do you mean there's still more? There's that camera. There's a report on President Cyrillic, but it means I've come to her. No, I'll leave it. Secret counts revealing the kind of truth a commoner shouldn't go. Know that or not. I want to take another look at the Gentile. I knew it was around here. Oh, it's gone. Do something. Ayaka. I don't know if there's anything in here. Supplies. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Guess not. This is the girls' bathroom. Obviously, I can't go in. What about if I start talking to other people? Where did everyone go? I don't know if there's any clues. This is Chihiro's room, but now Chihiro is gone. Why? Why? Toko's room. I should probably just leave her alone. Oh, hi Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out. She keeps on memory some god genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her there? My head was all swimming, I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I gotta head back as soon as possible as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, I still worry about her. Speaking of, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. At least Sakura said something similar. That even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it was true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know, she talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite? Oh wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never saw her as that kind of girl. Howie's account. Oh no.
I'm getting tired of waiting. It's the moment. Please go through the...
The time to begin. Oh, so is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are you missing someone?
Yo.
Hey, Toko. Yeah, Toko's not here.
Huh?
And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Like she said, a few minutes later, he appeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to do it, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible. You know, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle around the elevator and let's get the show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So shall we get time to find out who Chihiro's face was hacking? She was intentional with me. Nobody had any problems for her. The choice to kill a girl like that. But there's someone standing right here.
It's true.
Yes. They gave it up. I picked it up as soon as they went on there, they're getting insistent. I couldn't get a handle on my own, I couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. As soon as we dug, the uneasy heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected. I would continue until finally came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh and is it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're roaring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. Curtain once again open. A deadly judgment, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Alright, let's use these. Trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, if you can figure out, then I'll punish everyone. Okay, let's talk about the murder weapon.
Okay. It's been a little. Wait, hold on.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yes.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh, shit.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Okay, so I
Chihiro's
fucked up already.
fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong! Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell? Found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood. And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Why? Why is that creepy?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Think of them as obstacles. Action difficulty is gentle, white noise. If you forget about the silencer and just okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
Alright, so...
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong! I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it?
But still,
What was something like that doing?
in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
The fuck is wrong with you, Euphemia? Or however you
But
pronounce your
more
name.
important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
I got it!
How the murder was positioned.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Personality. Wait. HI. I need to think. Hold on. I need to see something. I need to see something. I need to see something. I need to I need to don't worry, I'm not looking up the answer. I am looking back with my phone on my stream because I wasn't paying attention, probably. I immediately forgot. I'm not going to look up the answer because I really want to figure this out by myself. It can't be split because it's SPL. It's something something HI. I don't know what the word is. Oh my god. I am stubborn. I'm not gonna look up this word because I am stubborn. Faint? Faint? No. Fall? No. That doesn't make sense. Alright, let me move back to this. Let's still I am I I don't know that word. I don't know if I know that word. S? S was correct? No, it's not shrift. It's not. What the fuck could it be? What the fuck could it be? What could it be? What other letters are there? What the fuck? No. This is even just looking back is really difficult to figure out what the fuck could it possibly be. CCSR. Can't be an SS. Can't be SS. Hmm. What about an O or B? This is getting. Skits? Oh? What the fuck?
Now I understand.
I was completely lost.
Is it because genocide...
How the fuck did I get schizo out of that? I was genuinely trying to try and figure out what the fuck do I even put. Also, I need to put my phone back up here. I was using my Word doc to put together the word.
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too.
How is one supposed to get schizo? That's not a common... That's not a symptom of schizophrenia. I don't think. I need a verifiable source. If you have schizophrenia, do you have a split personality? I need to get back to my comments. Sorry.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Alright, I'm getting my brush. My hair's being kind of... sticky. Right now. She must have hit her red real hard when she fainted. Front and back, top and then... This is quite concerning.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
Oh.
In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I'll drive out the killer, drive out the machine.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
Wait a minute. No, that isn't true. She didn't kill anyone because scissors!
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? you don't...
Toko's buddy suddenly lunged backwards. Huge thud echoed across the corner, but in the next second...
Well, hello there! Is it me you're
Genocide
hoping to
Jill?
see?
Wait a minute, this isn't...
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This is not how I expected to find out Toko was Genocide Jack. Or Genocide Jill. What?
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
How the fuck does the real killer get caught in this whole situation?
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. Alright. Status.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
No. No.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong? Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Is this what that one commentator was saying?
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Look, she's passionate, okay? What can we do?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Am I still... Okay, I am.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
You think there's more?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Oh, no! McDonald's Big Mac?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were, and there's a pattern there. Just wait.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They were all boys!
They were all... guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Find it! Oh. Oh, okay, never mind.
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you!
How the fuck did you
Not
keep
to
them?
mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot! So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah! That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Oh shit, You.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
He's not the killer. I know that.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it! The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange. You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
Okay. Extension cord?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Yes.
But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
No.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolute... That's a natural reaction!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Before we found the
But he was
body.
acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girl...
That's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro.
How did he know that it was Chihiro?
So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room.
There was no time. What's so strange? I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya, but he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity...
That's a natural reaction for...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we
check the girl. There was no time. What's so strange? I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Shoot!
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity...
That's a natural reaction!
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong! I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us. What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the cult.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope, was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope, was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own, and I use those same scissors to arrange.
But Chihiro was... It was some kind of rope.
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong! Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Main hall infos.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Bean!
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
I know
Well,
how.
I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for...
I believe I do.
So which one am I gonna use?
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place
This could be it.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile,
My God, Jill.
the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Alright, this is getting really tense.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
Wait, they are
I don't
unhackable.
think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong! No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is there anything else?
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait! Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what happened in class trial, I'd been put on hold. We had off with Coco in the lead. Kyoko.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Shut up, you feel me?
No, wait!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy!
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now that... We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
I think that Chihiro was actually a guy. Thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
Oh my god, I am nervous right now. You can't see it, but I'm shaking.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Hey.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
You fucking sleazy...
Are you
mister.
fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility, because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Bayeka didn't do it. But who's the real killer?
I got it!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
You want to know who saw the
Killer. And only the kill. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man.
game?
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead...
Well, did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah. All we need right now...
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, that's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship!
Hello, I'm doing fine. Sorry I couldn't get to you faster. It disconnected for some fucking reason. Also, good timing. We're in the middle of a court session. How are you, Carter? If I can call you that. Unless you want to call me by your full name.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Why didn't you read my mind?
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What?
You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone.
I wonder, is there any other truth bullets? Wait, the strength thing. Mondo!
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took. First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Okay.
He was on his way to go exercise.
Yes.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
Wait, I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way.
Not a chance.
Wait.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Yes,
First of all, we know where Chihiro.
He was on his way, so next week,
Why did he choose the specific?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one that...
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong! Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said... She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
Cherry?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He stuffed the jacket in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. Like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude for girl. And after he was killed, once I picked up on that, it...
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positive?
No. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would
I
never
think I
do
fucked
something
up
like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of lead.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How, precisely, did the handbooks get broken?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that was relevant!
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, It creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why
Mondo
you may
found
feel
this
a
out
burning
because he
when
was
you
wearing
move
his
around.
clothes!
So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell me.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their... Here's my answer! Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Oh no, is this...
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is...
Wait.
You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook, then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Oh, god damn it.
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test if what he said you broke your own.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is, then that proves that what Makoto said...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Oh, god damn it, I keep on fucking missing!
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test if what he said you broke your own hand.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Shoot!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, If Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
If what he says you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is— then that proves—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I'm trying to think of how I would connect these.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo... You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after— Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test if what he said you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's hand— then that proves that what Makoto's—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just—
No, that's wrong!
Leon! You have Leons!
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is
Well,
prohibited?
you're never listening.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
The fuck? I may be wrong. That ain't right. I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to be using. I mean, I'm gonna see if I'm
killer
wrong.
is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
I already built the timetable. Everything will come clear.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! Show me some evidence!
This should prove it. If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Bro! What are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that!
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What?
This time, looks like you got it right again. Is it so? The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fushaki was... Mondo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he killed someone.
Sorry.
What
Why
is
are you
this?
apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of this murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to move fast forward the text. There was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fusaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness. To take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. No, nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex has already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger.
Weak, 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 weak.
Jesus Christ, I'm about to cry. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
That was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm gonna get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how importantly his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
Uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him get strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to get close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret?
Because
everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room. Then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him into the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he also killed? What? Why would you do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. Possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something you didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone.
You're wrong.
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat
Many times
myself.
might I repeat myself. Judge others by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're in the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did. He killed his own brother. I did not see this coming. Mondo, the ultimate bike gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join the gang in the first place is because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya his brother that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he invited him in everything he did, or imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number 1 in the gang, and his number 2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this game with bare hand. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why
I just
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Just once. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce his brothers. No matter what,
don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on the night of this amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, laying in his kid brother's arm, the older brother delivered his final words. "My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry." Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. "Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men." He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to leave the team so badly, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong.
Yeah.
Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I don't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down into my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus!
I'm sorry.
Sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should
What?
just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? Was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Why did you have
Damn
to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face? No, I just
wanted to...
really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a
Stronger
bitch.
than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand. I was staring at him, down on the ground. Hey! I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
No. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. Weakness like that lived in a heart like his. And it turned him cold-blooded. Damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that, he killed another living human being cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in here? In there? Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now. Because it's time for punishing is fast approaching. Because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well
That's
now,
what I
well
promised
now,
you,
well
right?
now.
The Blacken that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then,
Now then.
I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Owara. No, wait.
Let's give
it everything we got.
It's punishment time.
I said wait.
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
What is going on? A cage of death? What's going on? You just got vaporized? Holy shit. Holy shit. Life or death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taka said, screens invaded our skulls. We were forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Bayeka?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead, do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that
however,
I just don't understand why. Why'd you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't obvious? Because it made things more interesting. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library, as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule, too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? Can you actually witness the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that. To create the fake murder scene? But damn it, if we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. I got turned and looked me in the eye. I feel sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself!
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope into despair!
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean?
What the
Mean! Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing! Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm gonna stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh,
the noble son of a noble
exciting.
family. Surely you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
For which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all
so
riled
cool.
up.
It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay?
Who is this?
After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Yeah, sniff. What the fuck?
I know I shouldn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon. It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Donuts. I need to eat some donuts. That'll cheer me up. Glazed donuts. Twisty donuts. Jelly donuts. Cream-filled donut holes. Masala.
Okay.
Oh, God of donuts. I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule. But right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary. Huh? What the fuck is that?
Huh?
It sounds like it's coming from the bathhouse.
But
I'm sure it was scared, but... Is someone there? Santal Galactic Hero? What the fuck? The morning after the conclusion of the second class trial. Everyone met in the dining hall, just like always, and I expected it to start like any other day. That's what I expected, but... Today's count kinda sucks, huh? Toko and Baika still refuse to show up. And I haven't seen Miss Asahina anyway. Asahina. She said her stomach was hurting, so she's taking it easy in her room for today.
Oh.
That is rather unusual. Normally she's all full of energy. Exactly what makes me worried.
So then...
So it's just the 7 of us. Looks that way.
How about that?
Time like this, where the committee chairman needs to get things going with a bang. I don't think he's mentally well enough right now.
Impossible.
Or not. Oh my god. He's got that 1,000-yard stare. Fucking hasn't said a word since everything that happened yesterday. Look at his face, showed he hadn't slept a wink last night. Must be because of Mondo. Two of them became so close, and then he finds out Mondo killed Chihiro, and then having to watch Mondo get punished, and nothing he could do about it. I can't even imagine what it must have done to him.
Well...
So I mean, what's gonna happen now? We haven't found any way out, and we have no idea if help's ever gonna come. Now I'm all depressed just thinking about it. We simply have to make the best of things, do our best to get along and live here together in peace. Forget about the outside world and accept this new life. That's the only hope we have right now. Love you, but... Sorry, there was a jet.
Well...
Here we have every convenience. We have food, clothes, our every need satisfied. Why are you dissatisfied? In fact, let me ask you this. What is it about the outside world that you long for?
Is that okay?
Competition, discrimination, victimization, and violence. As society grows, so does its perversion. In which case, is our current situation not... Demon Angel Hurdy Pudgy Princess.
Huh? Here we go!
Maggie, the drill shop owner, the bunny-eared Amazon, cat girl, dog boy, Robo-Justice, the Galactic King, and... Well, I mean, there's no 2D here.
There is nothing to be done.
The mastermind puts base desire to their advantage, bending you to their will.
You know?
Okay, well anyway, since Taka's like catatonic, as the oldest one here, I'm officially stepping up to take the lead. So, we're all gonna work together and spend the rest of the day searching the school. Searching?
I'm right,
Well, I mean,
right?
since the class trial is over and all,
Perhaps.
there should be new places for us to investigate. Yeah, that's the ticket. Maybe we'll find some kind of clue this time.
Well then.
Once we're done eating, let's split up and begin looking around. You have any problem with that, Celeste? There may be a discovery waiting for us which may further enrich our life here. No, the point is to look for clues. She barged in and ruined the conversation.
You called for me and so I appeared!
Genocide! What? Nobody called for you! How come it's Genocide Jill and not Toko?
Yes!
God, this place is so amazing. Finally a place I can just be my murderous self. Which is why I've decided to stop holding back and spread my wings. No more hiding in the cave for me! Plus, I have another battle to fight. The whole killer with a split personality thing is so overdone. I gotta destroy that stereotype. I've played all day. What the fuck? All night to murder those totally slanderous cliches. I'm man enough to admit my face is wet. I cried at some point, or on the verge of crying at some point, during the whole goddamn trial. I'm not gonna tell you when. You can probably infer when, though. You are a killer with a split personality. If she weren't here, my chances of survival would go up at least 10%. Come on, you gotta back me up here. Even the biggest stars need the little people to hold them up. Well, whatever else we do today, first we should eat. We can't do anything on an empty stomach. Alright, let's hurry up and eat so we can start investigation. We're forced to eat breakfast with a murderer, and after a much needed but very annoying meal, we set to work looking around the school. I need to go. Well, that's about it for today. Yeah. thank you for coming by, watching me through this all. Later. Holy shit.